Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're doing a head-to-head review between the 2025 Dodge Durango RT and SRT 392. And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Mike. And for those of you guys who don't know, the Durango has been Dodge's midsize SUV since 1998. Switching to a unibody platform with a fully independent suspension for the third generation Durango, which was released back in 2011 and still with us 14 years later to this day. For 2025, Dodge announced this will be the final year for the V8 powered Durangos, so what you see here may be the final time we see a naturally aspirated V8 engine in a family 3-row SUV, outside of course of the full-size massive SUVs sold by GM, which are nowhere near as fun as a Durango with a V8 engine. For 2025, all V8 powered Durangos get standard all-wheel drive with a $54,000 base price for the RT you see on your left, $1,700 additionally for the blacktop package, $3,000 additionally for the Plus package. Both are equipped on this RT with about a $62,000 total price after destination. The SRT 392, which gets the 6.4-liter V8 Hemi engine, starts at $75,000 and an $11,000 premium for the premium package, which we do get here. But I've been seeing like $10,000 discounts on 392s lately, up to $15,000 discounts on RTs, which makes both of these SUVs, although a little bit older in the tooth, very good values considering the power plants. If you're looking for a naturally aspirated V8 with some power, these two SUVs with 3 rows are just about your last choices to get. What else do we get for that money though? Let's jump right in. From first glance, both these SUVs have a very similar exterior styling. The RT gets the blacktop package, which gives us the black 20-inch rims, black badging, black mirror contrast. We do get the black mirror contrast, black rails on a 392, but we get the silver wheels with a massive 6-piston SRT red brake calipers, part of the $11,000 premium package. The headlamps are just about identical. We get LED daytime running lights. It has a Dodge logo for the RT and SRT for the 392. Both SUVs get front parking sensing, panel for the advanced safety features, ton of airflow for the large V8 engines, of course 5.7 on the left, 6.4 on the right. The hoods are just about the exact same. Both get the sport hood, sport mirror caps, Hemi badge on the left side for the RT, and 392, of course, for the 392. The side profile for the RT is typical Durango styling. It does look a little bit more slung compared to the V6 model Durangos, and as you'll see, the SRT will have an even more aggressively low slung look, but it looks clean. The black wheels make it look a lot more aggressive. Both SUVs have 20-inch rims. The RT gets 20-inch rims wrapped in Bridgestone Copia all-season tires. They're 265/50 R20s, whereas the SRT will get 295 wide tires, 45 sidewalls, and we'll check out and see more information in 1 second. We get black roof rails, black shark fin style antenna. The tints make this SUV look really good. I just wish this dealership carried them over to the front. Of course, a couple $100 later, after you buy this SUV, you can get that done to your liking. We also get smart access for the driver and a front passenger. Side profile for the SRT 392, the first thing you notice, we do get tints actually in the front here for this SUV. Same roof rail, same sunroof, shark fin style antenna. Different badging, we get a little bit more aggressive wheel well arches, same rocker panel side skirts. 20-inch rims, they're a different design. These are aluminum alloy. With SRT brakes, we get 6-piston up front and dual pistons out rear with more aggressive performance-oriented Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tire. They're a square setup. They're 295/45 ZR20s. We'll see how they put the power down when we take it out for a drive, but if I remember correctly, this SUV is a monster. We get slotted brake rotors too, SRT center cap, SRT brakes, as we mentioned, 6-piston up front, dual piston out rear, still smart access for the driver and a front passenger. Both SUVs get blind spot monitoring on the glass. Black trim for the bottom part of the window trim, body color up top. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you where the latches are inside. The rear end styling for the SRT 392, we get the LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. I wish we had black badging here, but it still looks perfectly fine. We get the H to signify the all-wheel drive for this Durango. Full rear parking sensing tow hitch. I'll leave a link right here to show you what this SUV can tow. Now for the RT blacktop, we get black badging for the rear end styling. The lights here are actually illuminated so you can see what they would look like if they were on. LEDs for the runners, turn signals, and reverse lights, full rear parking sensing. I'll leave a link right here to show you what this SUV can tow. Dual exhaust tips, they're a little bit smaller for the tip. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 5.7 liter Hemi V8, then fire up the 6.4 liter Hemi V8, and here they sound. All right guys, that was the sound of the V8 engine sold by Dodge for the 2025 Durango. There's also a Hellcat model, but that's gonna be starting at like $115,000 for 2025. This is a little bit more towards the affordable side of things, and the 392 here does 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. That's quick enough for 99% of people. I mean, the 6 second 0 to 60 that this 5.7 can get to is quick enough for 99% of people. And then the 392 is the upgrade that most people are looking for. The Hellcat, a little bit overkill in my opinion, but hopefully we can get our hands on one of those on this channel. But starting with the 5.7 liter Hemi, cranking out 360 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. An all-wheel drive system, you can expect 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, averaging about 17 miles per gallon. The 6.4 liter monster Hemi V8 engine that we have here in the 392 Durango cranks out 475 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. The 5.7 Durango weighs in around 5,200 pounds. The 392 weighs in a tick under 5,400 pounds. Also made it to an all-wheel drive system, an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can expect 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range, making it an absolute monster. You can go to the Hellcat, get it closer to 3 seconds. I think it's around 3.3, 3.4. But either way, once you get to this 392, this is a monster V8 powered 3-row SUV. We can shut this hood right down. It's a very easy process opening and closing. If we didn't mention, we have full front parking sensing on both of these SUVs. But we'll start off with this 5.7 RT blacktop and see what we get here on this 2025 Durango, which is the last way to get the Durango with the 5.7 liter V8. We'll turn the lights back to auto so the car's not yelling at me. We get soft touch materials up top, gushy soft leather armrest, 2-window auto one touch up front, 4-way adjustable mirrors, aluminum door handle, and 2-person memory seats. Solid audio system. It's not the Harman Kardon or Alpine system, but I think it sounds pretty good. We get heated and ventilated leather seats, specific Dodge badging. We get the electric adjustments, 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with an aluminum Dodge nameplate as we step inside. But taking a step inside, foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. So overall, everything here is basically unchanged. We get a thick steering wheel though. It's not quite the same as the SRT, but it's surprisingly similar. Fat 10 and 2, really good 9 and 3, rubberized horn area. The horn itself is very loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We do get dual panes. That's a premium touch here as well. We get a digital area in this gauge display, which is adjusted with the buttons on the left side. You got performance pages, driver's assistance, fuel economy, trip computer, trailer tow information, and our audio settings right back to where we started. Cool, and a digital speedo as well. The tach goes to about 5,900 RPM. We don't get an analog speedometer here, but the digital in the center, and you can have a digitally illuminated analog speedometer as well. Coolant temperature in the top right with the fuel level right beneath it. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering column on the plus package and up. Interior brightness, auto headlamps. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. They're not aluminum outlined. Soft touch dashboard, 10.1-inch infotainment system. This looks really modern. Our performance pages here include timers, gauges, dyno, and engine ratio. As you rev it up, the dyno and torque readers go up and down. G-force 2, vehicle dynamics, and if you press the sport on, eco off, you can alternate your drive modes. We also get navigation as standard here on the RT. The response is excellent, resolution is great. We get heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, volume, vent controls, and tune on the right side. We mentioned our drive mode selector. You can turn off the traction control, turn off the parking sensors, USB A and C port, wireless phone charging pad, solid storage, the gear selector control, and the 8-speed auto transmission. The backup camera, not the best resolution, but you can see everything you need to see, and the camera takes up the entire screen display. We get paddle shifters. They don't take up the entire area, but they're aluminum, they feel premium. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have our lane keep assist for the radar cruise control and the adjustments above it. Voice commands, you can hang up and answer your phone calls. All-wheel drive low, compass, nice little storage pocket for a key. Illumination for your cup holders, you'll fit 16 to 24 ounce bottles. Cushy soft armrest, storage space is decent, you'll fit 6 to 8 12-ounce cans, and it's a dual tier glove box. You'll fit business cards, pens, car accessories in the top tier with some leather stitching for your knee will often hit. Leather stitching above the glove box, lined and felt, damped and large. You're fitting 25 license plates in there. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat. Before we check out the window sticker, we get an auto dimming rear view mirror, but it's not frameless. Sunglass holder. We can open up the moonroof. It opens up pretty quickly. The shade opens up with it, but it doesn't close with it. See if it goes out any further. It does not, but towards the end of the front row, we can poke our way out of here. Nice day today in Newport Richey, Florida. It's not very sunny, but it's 81 degrees and the rain is supposed to hold off, so definitely can't complain. The window sticker though for this 2025 Durango RT Blacktop all-wheel drive with a $54,495 base price, 5.7 liter V8 Hemi, MDS, variable valve timing engine, 8-speed auto transmission. You guys can pause, take a look at all the standard features. $3,000 for the Plus package. Unfortunately, that does not include the Harman Kardon or even the Alpine sound system. $1,695 for the Blacktop package, giving us the gloss black badges and the 20-inch black wheels. $1,495 for the second row fold and tumble captain chairs for the 6-passenger seating. $1,600 for the destination charge, totaling us out a tick over $62,000, 17 combined MPGs. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this 2025 Durango RT Blacktop. Let's check out the back seat real quick. See how much space is offered back here and the quality of the materials. We get soft touch up top, cushy soft armrests. The rear seats have pretty good bolstering. They're heated, not ventilated. The legroom, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings. And I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room, headroom, about 3-4 inches. So it's pretty spacious back here. I do wish we had a little bit more knee room. The seats unfortunately don't slide forward, but they do recline. When fully reclined, I have like 8 inches of headroom, still plenty of room for my knees. We get a full separate third zone climate control with air vent adjustments, or just air vents, not only for the second row that blow directly towards your face, but also for the third row. Cargo nets behind both of the front seats, air vents, 2 USB A ports. We mentioned the heated seats, and also the 115 volt, 150 watt AC outlet. We have the captain's chairs too, with a little console area. We have cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles, but no storage. Armrest, pretty wide, decently soft, no complaints. We can check out the third row real quick, check out the cargo space too, and then see what the differences are with the 392. So pulling this red latch, you gotta get it, but once you get it, it's a pretty easy overall process, and the seat lifts up. We'll push these floor mats out of the way. The first thing I noticed, they could have probably maximized these wheel wells a little bit better to give us a little bit more third row seat space, but this SUV's been out for almost 15 years now, so if they were gonna do it, or if they were gonna change it, I'm sure they would have by now. One thing I must say, since the second row seats, they don't slide all the way back, they also don't compromise a lot of your third row passengers' knee room. I got over 2 inches of knee room. Headroom, I have about 1 inch. If you're under 6'3", 6'4", you'll comfortably sit in the third row of a Durango with no problem. That's not something you're gonna say with just about any other 3-row SUV. And this SUV has had a 14-year head start, and just about no other mid-size 3-row has gotten this much knee room, headroom combination yet. One thing I must say is the hip room isn't quite as much with these wheel well cutouts, but that allows us to have a larger armrest. So give or take, when it comes to complaints, the cup holder will fit 16-ounce water bottles. Same thing on the opposite side. You get 2 seats back here. They're not trying to pretend like this is a 7-passenger SUV with captain chairs in the second row. I do appreciate the air vents for the third row. Premium touch, LED interior lights. That's about it though, guys, for the third row of the 2025 Durango. Ooh, there we go. Pretty heavy, but it's a very easy and convenient process, the way that the seat completely stows upwards. This is more convenient for the entry and exit in this mid-size 3-row SUV than a lot of full-size 3-row SUVs, the way that that seat folds up. the cargo area. Let's check it out. Opens up decently quickly with the third row up. As you guys can see, you get a little bit of space. Secret storage to see how much we get. A little bit. You can probably fit a backpack, maybe 2 in there. And then dropping these third row seats, I'm not gonna be able to drop the second one because of the floor mats, but hopefully you get a good idea of how much cargo space is back here. I'll leave a link, show you what it's like with the third row up, third row down, and with the second row down. The step in, my knee is about 3 inches below the step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, shouldn't be too tough for them to hop in and out. We get an additional 12 volt in the corner with hooks for grocery bags on each side, also convenient features, tie downs as well. Dodge puts their button to drop the trunk in a very convenient area, so if you have grocery bags in your hands and they're heavy, you don't have to lift them all the way up to press the button. It also gives you like 2 or 3 seconds to get out of the way so the trunk doesn't collapse on your head. That's about it though, guys, for the RT blacktop. Let's check out the interior really quick with the 392, see what the differences are, and then get these monsters out on the road. So as far as the door panel, it's basically identical. We do get the Harman Kardon sound system here because we have the premium package, which is $11,000, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's a must-have. The seats are definitely a lot more aggressive. Get the red Laguna leather seats with fat bolstering, white contrast. They're heated and ventilated, SRT embroidered in the top back portion. They're very comfortable seats and very supportive. Electric adjustments just like the RT. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with 4-way lumbar control. They're heated and ventilated just like the RT. We get the step-in plate. It says SRT instead of Dodge on it. You see your aluminum outline pedals. We did not get that on the RT, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, whew, and everything fires right to life. So overall, compared to the RT, this interior is really similar. Of course, the main difference is the more powerful Hemi V8 engine and more performance-oriented suspension, more configurability when it comes to performance pages. But outside of that, we're looking at just about an identical SUV. It is nice to get the Harman Kardon audio system, but as you mentioned, that's part of an $11,000 optional equipment group. This steering wheel, thickness-wise, is about the same. The bottom portion does have a little bit more beef to it. It's SRT specific. The paddle shifters are a little bit larger, but outside of that, there's really no differences in this interior. Wireless phone charger, we get a camo contrast here, leather stitching for where your knee will often hit, heated ventilated seats, navigation is standard. The SRT vehicle pages, this is a little bit different. Here we have drive modes. You can see everything that's adjustable, transmissions in street mode, paddle shifters, all-wheel drive, stability control, suspension, and steering. In track mode, everything gets into its most aggressive modes, sport, and auto. We'll start the review off in auto, try out track, and just see what the differences are. But for the most part, I think track will be where you're going to have most of your fun. You're not going to be getting great fuel economy either way. So I'd recommend leaving it in track, sport, or custom mode if you want to adjust anything specifically. Down below, we also have our shortcuts for SRT. Launch control, we're not going to be checking that out in a dealership car. We get our hazards, traction control, turn off the parking sensors, and our lane keep assist. Let's check out the window sticker real quick, see the main differences of this Durango SRT 392 Premium all-wheel drive. With a $74,995 base price, this is a 2024 model. But for 2025, really not a whole lot changes unless you're going to go for one of the Alchemy models. Not quite sure exactly how they're pronouncing it, but that is how it's spelled. Pause, take a look at all the standard features. $11,205 for the premium package. You do get a lot with it, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a must-have because it's $75,000. You're still getting a lot of value in this premium performance SUV, which is seeing up to $10,000 in current discounts after rebates and incentives, of course. $1,600 for the destination, totaling us out a tick under $88,000. Remember, there are pretty decent discounts on this SUV. 15 MPGs combined, and if I was driving, I'd probably be getting closer to 12, 13. But either way, you're not buying this to be a efficient SUV. You're buying it to put a smile on your face while having enough room to fit your entire family. The second row, let's just see what the differences are. It's not even up right now, but the seats as far as material are very similar to the RT, but the leather is a little bit softer. Perforation, yeah, really soft, comfortable leather. They recline, they don't slide, just like the RT. They're heated seats, not ventilated seats. At this price point, and with this optional equipment group premium package at over $11,000, the ventilated second row seats will be expected. Really just about the exact same, but we have a center console armrest on the 392 with a pretty decent amount of storage. You'll fit a 6-pack of 1-liter bottles, USB-A port, and a 12-volt in there as well. It's a 2-tier storage. You'll fit car accessories, pens, note cards, business cards in there, 2 cup holders with illumination, and you'll fit phones and wallets right behind it. That is appreciated. We're not going to hop out into the third row because it's the exact same as the RT, but the leather material is really nice. We get the headliner that's suede Alcantara, air vents, and adjustability for the second row climate. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the last V8 powered American three-row family SUVs in the mid-size segment. That is a little bit of a mouthful, but outside of the Escalade, Yukon, Tahoe, Suburban, we really don't see any V8 powered three-row SUVs anymore. And those are full-size SUVs, not even in the slightest bit performance-oriented, unless you go for a V Escalade. But now we're no longer talking about naturally aspirated V8s. Naturally aspirated V8-wise, these are the last two three-row SUVs in the mid-size segment out on the road today. We'll start off with the RT, we'll finish off with the 392, but let's take these monsters out for a drive and see what they got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Dodge Durango RT Blacktop All-Wheel Drive Plus. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, coming out of the 2025 Grand Cherokee we just reviewed in this channel, this is a noticeably better ride quality. The steering feels just as good, but considering that this platform is 12 years older than the new Grand Cherokee, it definitely speaks volumes that it still feels better and more premium than it. We can take a step out here, lean into it a little bit once we're situated, and on the gas. Woo! Yeah, this is a monster. Gets up and goes. And I like the grunt from this Hemi too. That's just in normal mode. We'll try it out in sport in a few minutes when we get out into the windy roads. But in normal mode, doesn't take a lot of throttle to keep this thing moving. The brakes feel good. I mean, this is a 52, almost 5,300 pound SUV, and it still feels nimble, athletic, and quick. Light throttle, good torque. It's just not something you're going to be getting in these 4-cylinder turbo SUVs. Not even the 6-cylinder turbos will get the response of this 5.7 liter Hemi. Throwing it in, normal mode, steering still feels good. Ride quality feels great. Great low end punch. We can try it out about half throttle. Oh, good torque. It sounds really good too. We can try it out in sport mode, the paddles. They do a pretty good job responding. Try it out in first gear one time. On the gas. Oh! That should show you a lot about this vehicle's power. It chirped the tires with all-wheel drive. We can take a step out here, try one out off the line. Off the line, sport mode, on the gas. Good torque. Paddles. Not the most aggressive rev match downshift, but it rev match downshifts. Brakes feel good, steering feels good in sport, and coming out. Oh, this thing is a beast. I can't wait to get into 392 because this feels good. Good sound. If I owned this vehicle, the first thing I would do, of course, is aftermarket muffler. I got this 5.7 liter Hemi in my Ram 1500, and I got the aftermarket muffler about 3 days into my ownership. Brakes feel good. We'll give those guys a little bit of space. And go into this corner a little bit hot. Good engine braking. Brakes feel good. Steering feels good. Body roll is limited for the size of this thing. And let's go. Good torque. It's a fun SUV. We can take it out of sport mode, take it out of its manual shifts. Doesn't look like we're really gonna have anywhere else to go. Anyway, overall, guys, if you're looking for a performance three-row SUV, you don't need it to get to 60 in 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds like the 392, but you do like having that instant V8 power, you like getting that V8 grunt when you step on the gas, and you like the idea of naturally aspirated V8 reliability instead of something with 6 cylinders that's cranking out 15, 20 pounds of boost. That's probably not going to be as reliable in the long term as a large pushrod V8 engine like this, 5.7 liters, that cranks out, yeah, 360 horsepower, it could be more, but 390 pound-feet of torque. You lean into this throttle and you're getting good power. Yes, 392 will give you more of it, and speaking of that, let's hop inside of it and see what it's got. All right, guys, now taking a step out here into 392, We're gonna start it off in normal mode, get situated, open her up a little bit, about half throttle. Yep, it definitely feels a lot stronger at just half throttle. That was already basically all the RT had at full throttle. But, I mean, to be expected, this thing makes 115 more horsepower, about 85 more pound-feet of torque, or about 80 pound-feet more of torque, and you feel just about every bit of it. You can see what the rev match downshift sound like. A little bit more aggressive, but it doesn't have that snappy pop, at least not in normal mode. We'll try it out on track and see what changes up. It's just we're not going to try track out on this road yet. Light throttle, good torque, good response, and the steering feels good in normal mode. This does feel a little bit heftier and beefier of a wheel compared to what we had in the RT. The ride quality still feels really good too. The RTs felt a little bit better. I don't know if I would attribute that to the suspension or the tires. The RT also had a little bit thicker sidewall tires. Half throttle, oh, this is just so ridiculously torquey. The response is instant. You're not getting that with a turbocharged 6-cylinder, that's for sure, even if you're gonna get similar overall performance. We can try one out off the line on the gas. Oh! Yep, it is a fast SUV. Handling is really good. Yeah, it's definitely a lot quicker than the RT. We can try a little brake torque once this guy passes. Slight. Let's go. Oh! Good Lord. Okay, we'll take it out of sport or track. We were in track mode just now. Whew! Yeah, this is a way more exhilarating experience than the RT. The brakes are not even comparable. Steering and track, way better. Torque is just insane, even in the mid RPMs. All right, no need to beat it up any further. We'll take it out of the manual shifts. We'll take it out of track mode, put it into auto. Yes, this is an awesome 3-row SUV. With a $75,000 base price, up to $10,000 in available discounts and incentives, you're not getting a more fun 3-row SUV per dollar. Will I recommend the premium package? Not necessarily. I do love the Harman Kardon audio system. I love the Brembo Performance brakes. I just don't know if I love them $11,000 much. Of course, at $87,000 for the sticker price, this is still a really good value considering a 4-second 0 to 60 time, loaded features, almost a 20-speaker audio system, heated and ventilated seats. Of course, yes, there's definitely value in this SUV. I just think there would be a little bit more value in the slightly more bare bones version of this. Either way, this 6.4 liter V8, awesome. I could only imagine what the 6.2 liter supercharger is like. Hopefully I can get my hands on one of those before they're no longer in production. But if you're looking for a naturally aspirated 3-row SUV, this is your last chance to get one. The RT, fantastic performance, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. It chirps the tires in first gear, puts you in the seat, and can get 17 miles per gallon. If that's not enough for you, this thing is a step above. 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds, and you feel every bit of that added performance. Decent fuel economy. I mean, 13 city, 19 on the highway. For what you get, it's not bad. 15 combined MPGs. If you average 15, I'm sure you're going to go home happy. Either way, at around the $70,000 to $80,000 price point for this SRT, with the current discounts and incentives, the RT we just reviewed had a $55,000 base price, $62,000 after destination. I wouldn't be surprised if you can pick that SUV up today for $55,000 to $57,500 out the door after taxes and fees. This $392,000, yes, $87,000 because of the premium package, I understand. But even with this premium package, I wouldn't be surprised if you can pick this up for $85,000 out the door after taxes and fees. You find something a little bit more bare bones, I wouldn't be surprised if you were under $75,000 for the out the door price. And for that price point, you are not beating this SUV or the RT with anything else out on the road today. If you're looking for a naturally aspirated V8 engine in a 3-row SUV, I would definitely recommend checking one of these out. Track mode one more time on the gas. Yep, it should just straight up speak for itself. And a big thanks to Mike and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Mike. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.